Good afternoon, everyone. Now we're going to have a little look at the ICAS, which is the Boeing system. It stands for Engine Indicating and Crew Alerting System. And we're going to look at how the warnings are enunciated to the crew and essentially the level of severity. If we look at the messages on the ICAS display, we can display up to 11 messages. If there are more than those, I'll discuss those shortly. But the most severe warning is a level A, which is accompanied by oral and visual alerts. The next most severe is level B, which is denoted as a caution. And that one you will again have visual and oral alerts. And the lowest level of alert is a level C, and you'll just get the message on the screen, but you will have no oral or visual alerts as such. Okay, the ICAS system is shown as here at the center. It's located in the center of the instrument panel, so it's clearly viewable by both pilots. And those are the two screens we're concerned with. We're particularly concerned with the upper screen. And also on the glare shield, roughly around the pilot's eye line, we have the attention getters as shown in the red circles. Okay, for a level A, those attention getters are broken into two segments. The upper one is a level A warning message, and that's in red. And you can see you get audio warning, fire bell or siren if you get a level A warning, depending on which alert it is. The lowest segment is a ambery yellow color, and that is a level B caution, which will also be accompanied by a audio warning or beeper tone. So let's try and illustrate some of these alerts. Initially, we're going to look at the lowest level, which is a level C advisory. And as an example, we're talking about a yaw damper fault. Yaw damper is not a critical system, although it is quite helpful to have it for passenger comfort. As you can see there, we have a yaw damper fault, but a yaw damper is also a dual channel system. So losing one channel of two on not a vital system is not too important. However, the crew have to be made aware of it. So this is a level C advisory. And on the upper ICAS screen, you will see a message shown in the top left-hand corner, which is rudder ratio and left yaw damper channel. Okay. Now, that is shown in yellow, a yellowy amber color in fact. And on the left, you'll see there are two buttons adjacent to the screen. One is the cancel. We can clear the messages off. Indeed, once we've dealt with the alert, they should automatically cancel. But if the pilot wishes to clear them off the display, he can press cancel. And if he wishes to recall them, he can press recall, the right hand of the two buttons. So that's a level C advisory. Just this message appears. There are no oral or any other visual alerts. Let's move up now to a level B caution. In this instance, we can have an engine that's overheating. And in this case, it would be a level B warning. And on the glare shield in his eye line, he would get the amber yellowy caution light. And also we would get a beeper alert. Okay. Now this would be shown on the ICAS display also in a yellowy orange color, yellowy amber color. And you can see we have right hand engine overheat. If we look across to the right, you can see the EGT, engine gas temperature or exhaust gas temperature on that engine is rather high. It's gone into the amber sector at 926 degrees. Okay. Now we have a level A warning, which is the most serious. And in this instance, we will get, for instance, we have an engine fire, which is very nasty situation to be in. Okay, so the engine fire is going to give us a red warning caption on the glare shield attention getter. And in this instance, you also get a fire bell. Now on the display, you can see that the level A warnings, the most serious, are shown in red. Okay. And if we look across the right, the EGT is exceeding 999 degrees. Okay, so we're about to start blowing fan blades out the rear. Anyway, this is pretty serious. So he has right engine fire in the top left-hand corner. You'll notice the red cross in front of the cancel and recall. This is because you cannot cancel a level A warning. It is there until the problem has been dealt with, until he's shut the engine down and put the fire bottles into it, etc. So that alert is going to stay there. It will not clear off the display. Okay. Level B and level C's can still be cleared, but only the level A's will be there permanently. Okay, now we're starting to, if he recalls now the level B and C alerts, you'll notice that the level B alert, right-hand engine overheat, is immediately below engine fire because it's a slightly lower level, but the level C alerts, left yaw damper ratio and rudder ratio, are at the lowest level, and also you'll notice they are indented by one space. The only way to determine the difference between a level B and C alert is to look at the indenting. So the level C's are indented one space to indicate that they are less severe. Okay, now obviously we're going to develop a few more faults because of this engine problem. Okay, we may have problems with hydraulic pressure because there's presumably a system C hydraulic pump on that engine. So new messages will start coming in. Also cabin altitude, because we need engine bleed pressure to maintain cabin altitude, and we've lost an engine, then that may be a problem. Anyway, so those messages will now start to flood in, and the level C's will be at the lowest level, indented, level B's in the middle, and level A's at the top. Now, as these messages flood in, we could overflow. The page is only capable of holding up to 11 messages. If in fact we have more than 11 faults, A, he's having a bad day, and B, we need to be able to show them. So what actually happens is it will show the first 10, and it will also then indicate on the last line page 1, which is basically telling the pilot there are actually a few more on page 2. To go to page 2, he presses cancel. Now you'll notice that if I go to page 2 now, those are the additional faults there. There are 2 level C's, left-hand oil filter and right-hand engine fuel valve. But you'll notice that the level A's have been copied across. Okay, there's no way we're going to allow him to switch to page 2 and forget about the most important ones. So level A alerts are copied across to page 2. Okay, that concludes the ICAS warnings, and so we very much hope you've found this useful. Goodbye.